Today is Friday. I already did my skincare. I have not put my hair down. I look crazy. I'm gonna leave it up. I need to let my face dry. Today is Friday the 12th, and I did not record my other two gym sessions, or I may have recorded the first one, forgot to bring my camera with me the second day. It was an upper body day, so just some bench and back. So this was the first day in the program for week 2. The compound lifts I needed to perform were back squats and deadlifts, starting with squats. There weren't any accessory lifts today. So to get warmed up, I started with several reps at like 115 and then worked my way up to 155, which is what you just saw. I did a few reps to like physically and mentally prepare myself for 175 because it's not a weight that I'm really used to. The first set was 175 with a max rep range of 10. As you'll see, I do lose my balance on the 9th rep and I'm on my toes. I could have easily stepped forward to catch myself, but I wanted to lock out at the top. Please be careful though if you start to lose your balance during a squat. Practice catching yourself and know how to properly bail to avoid injury. Anyway, after I hit the 10 reps, the rest of the squat session was completing 5 sets of 3 reps with 60 seconds in between after adding an additional 5 pounds. If I was only able to complete less than 8 reps, I would have had to decrease my max weight by 2.5%, which would have changed the weights for the rest of the program. I honestly enjoyed this thoroughly. I love the short rests in between because it was higher intensity than what I've been doing for the past few months. I won't include every set because I don't want to bore you with the repetition, but yeah. After the squats were done, moved on to deadlifts, and I got to choose a deadlift variation, so you know me, Romanian deadlifts all the way. I chose those because I wanted to put more emphasis on my glutes. The goal was to complete sets of 8 reps. So I started off with a warm-up around 95 pounds because my hammies were a little tight. And then I moved up to 135, so on and so forth, until I got to this working set of 235. I recommend chalking up your hands or using straps for this exercise so you don't have to worry about the bar slipping. I chose chalk here since I'm trying to increase my grip strength for my traditional deadlifts, and my rep range was low enough where I knew I could complete my sets without a problem. If I was doing 4 sets of 12, I'd try to use chalk for as long as possible and then switch to straps, so I'm primarily focused on the movement rather than holding the bar. Had a rest day in between, a little active rest day, got about 12,000 steps in, which is big for me. I know some people are aiming for 20 on an active rest day. Don't have time for that shit. But today is another squat day. It's gonna be high intensity. I'm excited. But while I am working from home today, I'm gonna be doing some cleaning and whatnot. That's what I usually do during my lunch breaks. So I already started on laundry last night. I have things drying. I have another pile right over here that I'm gonna clean up, and then I just have mess out from last night when I ate. And yeah, we're gonna have a good day. I'm starving. I have not had breakfast yet, and I normally eat breakfast by now. It's 7:40. I'm 20 minutes behind. So screw it. Now that I have my brekkie, I'm gonna sit down and eat a little bit before I start my work day. Oh, it's only 8. Yeah, I'm gonna eat, watch some shitty TV, and then maybe do some slight editing before my 9 to 5 job. I can't. We are officially on day 2 of week 2. This is where I'm doing squats and a deadlift variation. In this case, when I was doing squats, my working set was going to be at 180 pounds. So I did a few warm-up sets. I started with 115, 135, and then 155 because my max weight was at 180 for an MR of 10. And when I say MR, I'm talking max rep range. Because I was able to successfully hit 10 reps at this weight, the rest of my workout for squats was going to be 10 sets of 3 reps with a 60-second rest in between. This is very high intensity. I was sweating a lot. If I was only able to complete 8 to 9 reps, I would have done 8 sets of 3 reps per set. Same thing with the timing, still 60 seconds in between each set. If I was only to do 7, it would have been 5 sets. And then if I were to complete less than 7 reps on that initial set, then I would have skipped what they're calling back off sets entirely. And I would have had to re-enter my 1 rep max Because if I was only able to do, let's say, 5 reps at that weight, clearly my 1 rep max wasn't the most accurate. So in this case, I was doing 180, I backed it off to 170, and then worked at that weight for the rest of my squat workout. Not gonna lie to you, I thought it was gonna be horrible, but I had so much fun because this is how I used to train. I used to only give myself about a 1 minute break, at most a minute and a half. It is such a good workout. In this instance, I was dripping sweat and the floor was wet. Like, I almost slipped when I was getting into position for my squats. So that's how you know. After my squats, I moved over to deadlifts. Now, in this case, you're supposed to do a deadlift variation, meaning something that's not your traditional deadlift. But I wasn't paying attention and I just did standard deadlifts. So in this case, I was doing 3 sets of 8. Now the program didn't automatically give me a weight to do. I had to kind of gauge based off of my 1 rep max and what the trainer was telling me I could pull or should pull. So that's the weight that you see here. When it comes to upper body, I was kind of skipping the optional exercises, but today I was feeling it, so I added in some cable face pulls. I wanted to work on my rear delts and my upper back, so that's why I was going as high as I was with the pull. This felt so good because I've been skipping them for so long. And then, as you can see here, is a little physique update. I look so sad and miserable. I think I was just super uncomfortable with filming myself posing because I don't really do that in the gym. I like to go unnoticed. But physique-wise, I'm pretty happy with my upper body at the moment. Shoulders are looking good. Back is looking good. I think I'd only change the fact that my legs are a little small. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Day 4 of the program is primarily focused on chest and back. The mandatory exercises only required sets of 3. So for bench, it was 3 sets at 10, 8, and then 8 to 6 reps. For my last set, I pushed 140 pounds. It did come up pretty slow, like, look at this. But I eventually locked out. If you don't have someone to spot you and you don't have rails, you need to learn how to roll the weight off of yourself. After bench was barbell rows, 3 sets at 10, 8, 8. I've got a little bit of a bounce and I think I could be bent over a bit more, but the trainer I'm cool with said my form's all right. So whatever. I did start off with 95 pounds as my warm-up before this working weight of 135. This is another exercise I would say to use straps if you've got them. After that, I moved over to dumbbell overhead press. This time it was 10, 8, 6. I started with 35 pounds, moved up to 40 pounds, and then ended with 45 pounds. Or maybe it was 50. I can't remember. Sorry. My last exercise was lat pull downs for 10, 8, 6. And again, can't really remember what weight I did. I think I ended with 120. I love this exercise so much. Good morning. This is the last day of the second week and I feel really just tired, but I know it's because my period's coming up. So I'm just like, I have to do max reps today for bench and my left shoulder has been feeling a little bit weird, so I'm a little nervous to keep pushing it. I feel it the most when I'm doing overhead press, but I do feel it sometimes when I'm doing my bench, and I'm just kind of paranoid because if one of my shoulders goes, I'm kind of screwed. I can't really do much. So yeah, I'm like, do I go? Do I stay or do I go? I think I'll still go because I want to finish out this week. I want to finish the entire program properly, so I think I'll do it. But if I feel anything today, I'm gonna just be like, all right, let's take a step back and focus on rehabilitation rather than trying to push it. Feeling me. But yeah, I'll bring you guys along just to finish off the week. All right, I'll get dressed and then I'll catch you guys at the gym. As you can see, I said fuck it and I showed up at the gym. This is Tay, the trainer I was talking about, and this is me trying to explain to him that I'm maxing out. Did you see his stank face? He was like, what the fuck weight is this, 135? You could tell he was not trying to put up with any sort of BS, but I explained to him, I'm like, listen, today we're going for as many reps as possible. Do not touch the bar until you see me struggling. This weight was moving so smooth. I had so much energy. As you saw, just like a little minor hiccup. I came down a little fast at a weird angle, but you see, I fixed it. This is where he's telling me triceps, use my triceps to push the weight, and it's a good cue. I asked him right here, did you help me at all? And he was like, no, I had my fingers on the bar. For you, it's all mental. Get the weight up. Someone asks right here, how much was that? And it was only 11. I wanted to do 12 so bad. And I was like, God damn it. He was like, when you start getting tired, leverage your back, which is something that I really don't do. Like, I just forget I can engage my back when I bench. But that's just a little tip for y'all. Anyway, after that, moved over to rows. Again, this program, it's like repetitive. So it's always bench followed by rows and then the accessories. And as you saw, I have a little stalker watching me in the background. My back was a little tired today, so I wasn't bent over as much as I normally would be, but got it done. Mucho bueno. I hate myself. Anyway, this is press, shoulder, head. Jesus, I can't talk. Overhead shoulder press with dumbbells. I just about had it. Like, I was not in a good mood after I finished my rows. I was pretty tired, and I had just completed a set of 40 pounds, 10 reps, 8 reps at 45, and then this is me going for 6 reps at 50. It moved better than I thought. Look at my little focus face. So cringe, but we're here to work. After I finished those, moved on over to some lat pull downs. Again, the rep range was the same. So the first set was 10 reps. The second set was 8 reps. And then the last set was 6 reps. This is actually like a smaller rep range than the previous week. As you can see here, I'm doing my last set at 140. And one trainer told me to lean. Another trainer told me I need to be more upright. Swing like Arnold or be static. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. You might as well sub while you're at it. I'll miss you. Catch you in the next one. Bye.